Welcome back, Crusaders, to a special edition of Crusader Nation News. I'm Cooper Smith. Today, Mr. Talk will bring us a detailed breakdown of the final 8 teams in the Quiz Bowl tournament, alongside a special guest. Also, all Quiz Bowl matchups will be live streamed throughout the duration of the tournament. But before we send it over to Mr. Talk, let's all give a congratulations to the varsity dance team who placed first in precision dance and 4th overall in the state competition over the weekend. Now, Mr. Talk, it's your turn. Take it away.
Thank you, Cooper Smith, for the intro. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Elite 8 breakdown. I'd like to introduce my co-host for the day, DJ Steffi. Steph, thanks for coming.
Anytime, sir.
You are the best. I appreciate your input and your vast array of trivia knowledge that you bring to this set.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, yeah. So a real quick update here before we get too far into it. Top Quiz Bowl brackets, leading the way with 28 correct picks. We have the Nauman, Danio, Holzem, Keebler family. So 28 points so far. They're way ahead in first place. I think we had an upset on the Keebler bracket today with Bone Chavez upsetting Miss Cunningham and that family, but they're heading the way. We also have Zelnus Hayden, Goins Markway with 24 points, followed by a 4-way tie with 22. Riekers, Miller, Schmidt, Seeker, Murphy, Lewis, Hobbs, Gennady, Fisher, Reed, Jokumsen, so they're kind of pulling up on the rear a little bit. But they're hard to pick. You don't know until you know, right?
They're hard to pick. You don't know.
You have no idea.
Someday you're on, someday you're off.
Hey, story of my life. So best second round families so far, the ones that still have a whole bunch left in the fight, is Riekers, Miller, Schmidt, and Holzem, Keebler, who are both Virtus, so they could run away with a whole bunch of points for this one. So that should be good. The worst team, and you give me your take on this one. So far, our worst predicting family is Robbins Leonard. I expected more from Coach Leonard myself.
I did. He's been coaching these kids in their academics for years now. So
you would think with his ability to appraise talent that we would have had a better showing.
Yes,
but
I would
they're
think
at
so.
6 points. So
maybe they're going to come up from behind. They're going to fool everybody.
It could surprise everybody at this point. So let's get into the main event here. So our first round game tomorrow in the atrium is going to be the Jowers, Eckerd, Caritas family versus the Riekers, Miller, Schmidt, Virtus family. So I haven't had either of these guys. After today, though, I don't think I'm betting against a Cunningham, even a young one.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, but the problem is their alternate, Jake Reed, will he remember to show up? I don't know.
There's
all
no
of his
telling.
stuff's in the locker room right now in the Lost and Found. He might have to collect it.
He's still going through it.
Yeah.
Probably at the time of this showing.
Probably.
So on the other side, Landon Wright, we have team captain Maddie Tritz. They'd probably run through a wall for her. And then their ace in the hole, Emma Schreiber, I hear, is killing it. So
She is. I saw her yesterday compete. It was
impressive.
mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So, DJ Steffi, who do you have in this first round matchup here?
I'm going to go with Riekers, Miller, and Schmidt. Virtus.
Just racking up those points. They might be sitting pretty at the end of this Elite 8. Yeah. So our second game, following that up, we have the Lewis, Hobbs, Gennady, Gratia family versus the Hogan, Nielsen, Virtus family. I wonder what role do you think those moderators, those adult leaders have in this? Those are some smart adults too.
There are smart adults. Do you think they're feeding them the questions
beforehand? I think something tells me that Nielsen and Lewis have been practicing quite a bit with these kids to get them prepared for the big event.
Yeah, they're probably pulling them out of class so that they can study for this.
I wouldn't know, but I assume so. So interesting, eclectic mix. You know, we got a little bit of everything on the Virtus family. Steed, a Fox, the baby boss, not the babyest boss, but the middle baby boss. Barbudo, Copeland, there's no telling what those guys know and don't know.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Yeah.
So looking at it, those teams, we got a Bella Shanks, we got a Sam Koenig, we got a Scarborough on the other side, a Luke Wilson. Who do we have in this one?
I don't know. Yesterday, Bella Shanks forgot something in her car. I don't know where her mind's at, but they have 2 Sams on the Lewis Hobbs Gennady team. That has to mean something.
I think it does. Yeah, I think my money's on Gratia.
Yeah.
It'll be a good one for everybody regardless. So here we go. Good luck, Virtus, in that Elite 8 second matchup. And then the other side of the bracket, we have the Z O'Keefe Marnati, another Caritas, versus the Honerkamp Trindle, the lone Temperencia remaining, but full of wizened vets there, that temp team.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of upperclassmen.
Miss Kennedy has been talking smack all year about how well they're going to go and do, and where you have a Bilardi, you don't bet against a Bilardi.
No, not especially Michael Bilardi because he eats a lot of candy. He's very quick on the trigger for his buzzer.
It's the sugar.
Yeah, the sugar.
For sure. Absolutely. On the other side, maybe surprise you. You got a Swindler in there. Josh Force, maybe he steps in off the bench and does something special, but I don't know. I think that old Caritas is going to have a hard time getting through this one.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think so. Which brings us to our last and final Elite Eight. Petruso Castile, trivia mavens themselves from House Gaudium, versus the Bone Chavez. Bone Chavez from Dignitas had a huge upset today, knocking off Cunningham. I'll tell you who has been the most impressive person so far, Reed Auden.
Well, she's the only girl on the team. Of course she's the most impressive.
Broken arm, doesn't matter.
No.
You
All
ask
her
her, she
knowledge
knows.
right there.
Unbelievable. And then hopefully those alternates stay on the bench and we'll just rock and roll from there. So, the moment of truth. If you had a pick, who's going all the way?
I think I am going to have to go with this Toner Camp Trendle Temperentia team.
Keaton, the temp time moving.
Temp time?
Temp time! That's terrific. Good luck to everybody. Make sure to tune in with your links tomorrow. And this is me and DJ Steffi Steph signing off.
Woo!